Thousands of doctors each day take decisions that change oxygen supply to tissues. Patient monitors measure blood pressure, oxygen saturation, or cardiac output, but they cannot tell whether oxygen supply to tissues is sufficient. So doctors must take decisions that are risky but can be life-saving without knowing whether these treatments are necessary or what their effects actually are.
For these situations, we now have the COMET measuring system. The COMET provides oxygen availability at the intracellular level. The values COMET provides reflect the balance between cellular oxygen supply and cellular oxygen demand. We measure in the skin, since the skin is a well-known early warning signal. If oxygenation in the skin is fine, the rest of the body is likely to be okay. We now look at an actual measurement in Michael's skin. And you see a steady state, more or less around 60 mm mercury. Let's now demonstrate a dynamic measurement. In a dynamic measurement, COMET measures every second.
Now I press the sensor into the skin to stop the blood flow. The cells continue to consume oxygen until there is no more oxygen left. When I finally let go again, blood rushes back in and resupplies the cells with oxygen.
Here you see on one screen cellular oxygen availability, cellular oxygen consumption and microvascular reperfusion as a sign of microvascular function. To demonstrate that we actually measure availability and oxygen consumption at the mitochondrial level, we prepared a cream with a low dose of cyanide. Application of the cream to the skin will cause the cells to stop using oxygen.
As I press again on the skin, I press out the blood, but because the cells hardly use any oxygen anymore, oxygen availability does not decrease. So mitochondrial respiration is effectively blocked.
To summarize the second example, here we apply the probe with a little bit of cyanide cream, and instead of the PO2 going down, the oxygen tension actually rises. Here we apply firm pressure on the probe and you still see a little bit of oxygen consumption, but after releasing the probe and pressing a second time, you see no oxygen consumption at all. And this is a sign of blockage of mitochondrial respiration by the cyanide cream. COMET provides insight in oxygen transport and cellular activity. We expect doctors to be better able to determine critical limits and observe effective treatments. Clinical trials are being prepared.
Knowing whether oxygen supply is sufficient is important for many blood transfusion decisions and most intensive care patients. COMET can improve patient safety for thousands of critical situations every day.